Hello students, we are going to study Mendeleev's periodic law, basically the Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, so till Newland, okay, the elements were arranged according to the increasing atomic masses only, and he arranged the elements also in the increasing atomic masses, but he could only explain till calcium. Yes, the properties are being repeated, but after that he couldn't say anything. Okay, so afterwards Mendeleev, he studied his studied about this elements and how could it be arranged. He also found that yes, if he is arranging the elements in the increasing atomic masses, okay, what happens after certain interval of time, the properties are repeated. Okay, it means they are having similar properties after certain interval of time. Okay, and this is only known as what? Periodicity. Okay, so periodicity of explains Mendeleev's periodic law that yes, the elements after, if they are arranged in the increasing atomic masses, the properties, the elements are having similar properties and the properties are repeated after certain interval of times. Okay, Mendeleev also said about the arrangement of the elements that yes, if the chemical properties are similar, okay, then also what happened after certain interval of time, the element repeats the properties, and if the chemical formula, they are having the similar chemical formula, like suppose if we are taking sodium, okay, sodium reacts with oxygen to give Na2O. Potassium reacts with oxygen to give K2O. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to give MgO. Okay, now here, balance it, okay. So now here, what we are seeing, that when sodium is reacting with oxygen, okay, it forms Na2O. When potassium is reacting with oxygen, it forms K2O. Okay? And here when we are reacting magnesium with oxygen, it forms MgO. So this formula of magnesium is different from this Na2O and K2O. So here this sodium and potassium will have similar properties because their formula is similar. Okay, so according to Mendeleev, he said that if the element reacts with sodium, with oxygen or hydrogen, and they form the similar formula, it means they are having similar chemical properties and can be kept in the similar group. Okay, like here I have shown with oxygen, here also seen with hydrogen, like Na reacts with hydrogen to form NaH. Okay, K reacts with hydrogen, that K is what? Potassium. Okay, reacts with hydrogen to form KH, isn't it? And here you will be finding, you just balance the equation, okay beta? 2NaH, 2KH. Okay. So here we are saying that yes, when sodium reacts with hydrogen, when potassium reacts with hydrogen, the formula of the compound which comes is similar. Okay. So if it is similar, naturally they will be having similar properties, chemical properties, and this was the criteria of arrangement of elements by Mendeleev in his periodic table. Okay, he took the increasing atomic masses of the elements and he took the elements having similar formula with oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, if they are forming similar formulas, okay, naturally they are having similar properties and they will be kept in the similar group. Okay, so this was the criteria of classification of element of Mendeleev. Now coming to the Mendeleev's periodic table. So his criteria for arrangement was the increasing atomic mass, okay, and what it was, the elements forming similar chemical formula with oxygen and hydrogen have similar chemical properties. Let us understand that. Actually, he's divided his table into 6 periods and 8 groups. Okay, the 8th one was consisting of only 9 elements. Okay, 3 in triads they were arranged. Okay, So according to him, increasing atomic mass, you can see here hydrogen, lithium, beryllium, boron. Here for hydrogen the mass is 1.008, lithium it is 6.939, beryllium it is 9.012, boron it is 10.81. We are seeing what? The atomic mass is going on increasing. So here he arranged according to the increasing atomic masses. Now you can see regarding group 1, okay, the columns are known as what? Groups, and this horizontal rows are known as periods. I said to you that he took 6 periods and 8 groups, in which in the 8th group only 9 elements were arranged, and that too in triads. Only 9 elements are. 8th group consists of only 9 elements, and the elements are arranged in triads. Okay. Now, seeing the chemical formula, okay, like if we are seeing group 1, he said that they will have similar chemical formula, okay, when these elements reacts with oxygen or hydrogen. Like if you see water at water, I am saying hydrogen, okay, hydrogen reacts with H2, reacts with O2 to gives what? H2O, isn't it? Electricity should be provided, so it gives H2O. Now if you see lithium plus O2, it also gives Li2O. If you see sodium plus O2, it also gives Na2O. Okay, so these elements are having same formula, okay, with the in their oxides form, or when they react with oxygen. Okay, now when they react with hydrogen also, lithium, I said to you right now, it will form LiH, sodium will form NaH. So these are having similar formula when they reacts with oxygen or hydrogen. Okay, so this was the criteria of Mendeleev, and in the Mendeleev periodic table also you can see in the first group I have explained you that. Okay, now second thing what Mendeleev has done was that he had left gaps for some elements which were not discovered at that time. Okay, but yes, he predicted that those elements will be discovered later on. Okay, actually when he was making the periodic table, he was in the state of mind that he could understand that here these places would be left vacant, because afterwards these elements will be discovered. Okay, and those were what? Eka boron, Eka aluminium, and Eka silicon. Okay, it means below boron something will come, below aluminium something will come, below silicon something will come. Some element will be discovered later on. Okay, so he named it as what? Eka boron, Eka aluminium, and Eka silicon. Okay, he named it also, but he left the spaces vacant. Okay, here for Eka boron he named it as scandium. Okay, this scandium is Eka boron, he left space, he did not name it actually. The name when it was discovered, it was given that element, that scandium. Okay, now for Eka aluminium, later on when it was discovered, it was known as gallium. And Eka silicon, when it was discovered, it was known as germanium. Okay, so Mendeleev could predict these three elements, that yes, it will exist after some time, okay, or in future, and he named it as Eka boron, Eka aluminium, and Eka silicon. Okay, and yes, later on they were discovered, and Eka boron was given the name scandium, Eka aluminium was given the name gallium, and Eka silicon was given the name germanium. And this was a achievement of Mendeleev, because yes, he predicted that thing and it was discovered later on. Okay. He also said that yes, elements are having noble configuration, having its octet complete, okay, or noble elements will also be discovered later on, okay, and he said that yes, it will be accommodated at the last, okay, and this happened, isn't it? After the discovery of these noble elements, okay, helium, neon, okay, argon, and all these are noble elements, isn't it? And these were discovered later on, and they were kept at the last in the modern periodic table. Also, we have it in the 18th group. Okay, and he said that Mendeleev also said that at that time only he predicted about that thing, that yes, these noble gases or the noble elements will be there and it can be accommodated at the last. Okay, so these were the findings of Mendeleev, and he arranged that accordingly in the Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, he had made the groups 1, 2, 3, 4 till 8, but one thing also he did, that he kept subgroups under the groups. Like in the first A and B, second also you can see A and B. These are the subgroups, okay, of the different groups present over here till 7th. Okay, in the 8th transition series or the transition elements was kept, and yes, it was kept in triads, and only 9 elements were there in group 8. Okay, so this is Mendeleev's periodic table, and all the things which he took for his consideration was justified. But one thing, he took increasing atomic masses, okay, for his classification criteria. So cobalt and nickel, you can see, cobalt is placed before nickel even though it is having more atomic mass than nickel. So here Mendeleev was wrong, because he has taken increasing atomic masses for his classification. Then how did he keep cobalt before nickel if cobalt is having more atomic mass? So this was a demerit of Mendeleev periodic table. One more thing, atomic mass, he took increasing atomic mass for his classification. Okay. So what about the isotopes? Why were the isotopes not arranged in independently in the Mendeleev's periodic table? Why didn't he consider the isotopes? This was a demerit of Mendeleev. Okay, and this was not justified in his table. Okay, one more thing. Hydrogen, you can see he has placed it in group 1. Okay. Why did he place in group 1? He said that yes, it is having similar chemical formula. With oxygen it reacts to form H2 only. Okay, it's right. Increasing atomic masses also, it is right. Okay, and it has the properties like the group 1 elements. Here it is wrong. All the properties of hydrogen is not like the group 1. Then why did he place it in group 1? Because when we can see, when hydrogen can give one electron to become stable and can take one electron to become stable, because it requires 2 electrons in its valence shell. Okay, but if it is giving 1 electron, it is behaving like these alkali metals which has been kept in group 1. Okay, but when it is taking 1 electron, then it is behaving like what? The halogens which are kept in group 7. Okay, so here the position of hydrogen was not justified totally. Okay, and this was a demerit of Mendeleev's periodic table. So these, considering this, okay, that these limitations, yes, was that yes, the placement of hydrogen in the Mendeleev's periodic table, the placement of cobalt and nickel in group 8 in the triad, keeping cobalt before nickel. Okay, this was a demerit. not considering the isotopes. Even though he had taken the atomic masses, he should have considered the isotopes, but he didn't do that. Here there was a demerit of Mendeleev's periodic table. One more thing, he had taken, okay, he had made the groups and he had taken potassium and copper, kept in the same group, okay, but the subgroups are different. Subgroup of potassium is A and subgroup of copper is B. But yes, belonging to the same group, it means they should have similar properties. But copper is entirely different from potassium. This was also a demerit or limitation of Mendeleev's periodic table. And thus, this table, even though it was very good, it was in tabular form, okay, but it was not totally right. So by seeing the limitations, we can say that yes, Mendeleev's periodic table is not totally right. Okay, the elements kept in the same group having different properties. Okay, elements kept in different groups having same properties. Okay, this all was not explained by Mendeleev properly. Neither the position of cobalt nickel, neither why did he keep potassium and copper in one slot, okay, and the different similar elements in different slots, okay, he could not explain totally, okay, and thus there was limitations of Mendeleev periodic table, which led to the discovery or which led to the formation of modern periodic table, okay, because here atomic mass being fundamental thing for classification was replaced by the atomic number, okay, which is more fundamental for classification of elements, okay. But yes, one thing we can't forget that yes, Mendeleev is known as the father of classification of elements because he only the first time gave a proper tabular form for the arrangement of elements, okay, and this tabular form only now it is corrected with atomic number in the modern periodic table and it has been laid down. So idea has been taken from the Mendeleev periodic table, okay. Second thing, yes, he predicted the elements, which was a very great achievement for him, which was discovered later on, okay. He also said about the noble gases or the noble elements which would have been discovered later on. Okay, so these all were the fundamentals which made Mendeleev's periodic table fruitful. Yes, it is. But yes, the limitations gave rise to formulation of the modern periodic table. So hope so students you might have understood Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, good day, take care.